All right, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning, and I am in a equivalent of an Uber. Here it's called Bolt. They don't even have Lyft here. They have Bolt, and they have other ones. Anyway, I'm getting a ride to the airport, which is not far. It's like a 17 euro ride, and this is where I'm going to pick up the rent-a-car, go back to the apartment, load up my suitcases, and then drive north to see my my in-laws and brother-in-law, sister-in-law, all the people up there. So I'm here in the cab with a cool Colombian dude who's taking me to the airport. Just have to now get downstairs. Let's see, how do I do it? Okay, it's on the -1 level. I'm just gonna take this down. I want to know what they are. I want to know what these are, please. Okay, Firefly. Okay, well, I'm just full of mistakes. It's all right. I got nothing but time. And so I'm going back where I came from, back up to the very top, where I can take a little bus that'll take me over to Terminal 1. So the woman for sure told me to get the bus all the way up at the top. Well, that's where they drop you off. All right, I'm on the right bus. Qué bien. La verdad. All right, I got the car. It's a Suzuki Vitara, and it's a hybrid, so hopefully good gas mileage. It's kind of big. 4 doors. I didn't need this big of a car, but that's all right. So I'm off to the north, off to see my in-laws and everybody else. Let's go. So for those of you that don't know, I met my wife in Spain here, studying abroad. We got married a couple of years after we met, and been married 28 years, and come back all the time. She comes back almost every summer, and if I can, I do as well. I've probably been back to Spain 12 to 15 times or something like that over the years, maybe more. I honestly have lost count. She was here this summer, and I was working, and then I had these festivals that I got into, so I was definitely going to come in September. So I thought I would come visit them, hang out for a little bit, see the little ones. There's some nephews and nieces and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So it's about a 3-hour drive from Madrid to Miranda de Ebro. We go through Burgos and we go through Pancorbo. So geographically, Miranda de Ebro is within the Basque Country, but it's not. It's part of Burgos. But if you just walk outside the city limits, you enter the Basque Country. Oh, look, we got a fire. Oh man, roadside fire. Hold your breath.
I think the challenge though for DeSantis is that
okay, we are approaching the mountains. I don't know the name of this mountain range, but this is kind of geographically where the Basque Country starts. And I like to imagine all of the various invaders of this peninsula trying to get up into the Basque Country and conquer it, and it really never happened, simply because geography was in their favor. You have to go through very small passes in order to get in there, and they would just be crushed every time. And that's why they've been able to maintain their language, their culture, and all of it. The Basque language is like Klingon. It is very hard to learn, which of course makes me want to try and learn it. So this is Pancorbo, and that's the little pass we're going to go through. This pass in particular was impenetrable by the Romans, the Visigoths. You can just see this is a very tight pass. And it would be hard to not get ambushed very easily. I think 1 million people speak Basque. I could be wrong, but it's probably close. I just have about 12 kilometers before I have to get off, and then it's basically another 5 kilometers and I'm there. Miranda de Ebro is on one of the routes for the St. James Way or the Camino Santiago that people do, that march all the way to Santiago de Compostela in Galicia. You know, that's a common thing to do. I wouldn't mind doing it. Probably on a bike though. So everybody in my wife's family are all from Madrid. They're very tribal here in Spain. They want to know what city you're from or what area you're from.
In 3 kilometers, take exit 74 toward Miranda de Ebro, BU 535.
I love the way they pronounce it. So yeah, we got married here in 1995 and in the courthouse because I'm not a Catholic. And when she tried to see if we could get married in the church, the guy said, "What is he, Catholic?" And she said, "Not really anything." And he goes, "Oh, a pagan?" Yep, I got married in this town 28 years ago. All right, well, let's see if I can find a spot because it's going to be difficult. Let's see if I get lucky maybe over here. Oh, there's a spot right there. All right, that was easy. I believe at one point this building did not have an elevator, actually. I don't know why my hair is so spiky. It's this weather. Okay, up to 3. Yeah, I've ridden in this elevator many, many times.
¿Tú no le conoces esta amigo? ¡Ay! ¿Que no le conoces?
¡Por Dios, qué bonito!
Hola, cariño mío. Mi vida.
¿Qué tal?
Ay, qué bien te veo, Matthew, cariño. Te veo muy guapo y muy bien, mi hijo.
Aquí estoy.
Mira, mi niña, qué contenta se pone porque has venido.
I'm going to be sleeping there and keeping my stuff on this bed. Look at this one. Look at this one. This is my new friend. This is my new friend. Are you my new friend? Are you my new friend? Come here. Come here. I love your little top knot. Look at you. Are you hipster? Are you hipster? Ah, so feel great. Had a shower, and I'm gonna go give you guys a little quick walkthrough of the town. It's pretty small. We'll see some of the major areas and then we'll be done. You'll see. So that's my car. When we first moved to Miranda, there were very many Arab-speaking people here. Now, a lot of people from Morocco have come, and it's very cool. So, I like that there's more diversity going on here in Spain. Makes me happy. Like smaller towns like this, they tend to be very homogenous. But you know, the immigrants are coming. A lot of people from Senegal and Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria. You know why they're coming? Because there's work. We're coming up on the Ebro River. I can kind of walk in the middle of the street because there's not much going on. This river starts somewhere. I don't know where the source of it is, but it runs all the way to Tarragona, all the way through Spain to Tarragona, which is just south of Barcelona. And there it is. Geographically, Miranda de Ebro is within the Basque country, like I said before. I also saw signs in Basque when I first got big in the mid-90s when I was here, that said Miranda Euskadi da, or Euskadi Miranda da. I forget which way it goes, but that means like Miranda is part of Euskadi, which is the Basque word for their homeland. And I guess geographically it is. But I wonder when or if Basque was ever spoken in this town. Now if you look here, this is the Concha, and this is the, obviously people that know it know that it's on the route to the Camino Santiago, which is also known as the Way of St. James. This is how some people take this route, and they come through this way. They go across the bridge through the old part of the town and then back out that way. So it's 462 meters here. And you notice it. It snows here. Old streets. It's another one. There was a flood once. I remember seeing pictures, and people were in a boat in the middle of this place. Yep. There's a little yellow arrows up there, and there's one up there I see that tells people that they're going the right way. And look right here. Miranda de Ebro, antifascista. That's a good thing to be against. There was a bar up here that I went to that used to be a Jewish synagogue. Yes. This was a medieval Jewish synagogue. Well, what other kind of synagogue is there? That's crazy, right? I don't think there's a lot of people living over on this side of town. I could be wrong, but nobody wants to be over here. I love a good old door knocker. In fact, I'd like to have a bunch of them, like on one wall, just like a bunch of antique door knockers, just displayed on one wall. Note for future self. This is the Iglesia de Santa Maria. It's from the 16th century. And I know that because I just read the sign. And I believe this is called a theater, the old theater, or an opera house. But it was definitely, oh, it's a theater, yeah. It was definitely redone. It was in shambles. Absolute shambles. And now, oh, Teatro Apollo, there we go. Look at it, man. Totally redone. Fantastic. Just fantastic. 1920, I guess it was first built. Yeah. Look at that, all those old wooden. I love that building too. That's the, it says school and a shop, it says. I don't know what that means. Escuela y taller. I mean, it is Sunday, so everything does look a little abandoned. Oh, look, you can get something here. All right, I wandered into this place. The local Miranda team is playing, and I'm gonna get a Coke. There's nobody in here. 8 o'clock. Yeah, the thing about Spain is they're on the same basically on the same hours as the rest of Europe, except they're way over here in the west. In fact, Portugal is farther west than Ireland, I think. It's much farther west than you would think, which means it gets dark a whole lot later. And the guy in there was saying that the local team, Mirandés, they're in the Segunda División, they're down a division. They're playing here locally, and when they're done, everyone's going to come in to celebrate. So it's gonna go off here in about an hour and a half, maybe. There's going to be a bunch of people, a bunch of soccer fans coming in celebrating. Yeah, I want to know what this is. This says Año? It says ano. Ano is something totally different in Spanish, in case you're wondering. Año de 1870. This is basically at the end of the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War. This monument, this giant stone phallic thing, don't know what it is. So again, it sometimes gets so full that it comes up like 12 feet, 15 more feet. It's very hazardous here. And it does sometimes snow here. Maybe recently though, I don't think it has. Maybe in a couple years, but I don't know. I'd be curious actually to know how much snow has fallen in Miranda in the past 20 years, because I remember 2 or 3 years where there was definitely snow on the ground. Let's wander back, shall we? I wonder if there's any water in here. Let's see. There you go. Well, let's wrap up this video for tonight. Thanks for coming along with me on this trip. I hope you appreciate the, the frequent uploads. I'm going to try to keep up that pace. Plan to spend the next week here, basically. And this is really, really charming, picturesque part of the town. I do know people do live in here. It's just not ideal. Like, many of the buildings need renovation. Like, see, there's 5 people live there. I couldn't tell you who any of those people are. This bridge was built in 1777. There he is taking his baby girl for a walk. ¿Qué tal? Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, look at you. Come on.